Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Ghost of Antietam event for you. Our first map here is the Hills Counterattack. You're seeing an overview of that map right now, followed up by our second map, which is the Bloody Lane. Before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. So, our teams for today, on the Confederate side, you've got Archers Brigade, 3rd Kentucky, 14th Tennessee, 7th Louisiana, 8th Connecticut, which is a part of 5th Corps, on CSA, not with 5th Corps tonight. No, you also got 7th South Carolina and the 27th Virginia. On the Union side, you got 5th Corps, the rest of them anyways, Eagles Brigade, 3rd United States Horse Artillery, 4th New Jersey, 1st Ohio, 2nd United States Sharpshooters, and the 20th Georgia. Server pop today is 210. In balance is even overall. Artillery, Confederates have it, which they have 11 guys on it. Union does not have artillery. So in balance overall is 13 infantry-wise in favor of Union. So the question is can CSA already make up for that huge imbalance that they have created? So frontline reporters today, for your CSA view, you have decoys from 3rd Kentucky. And then from the USA perspective, you have Rich from the 14th Indiana. So, with that being said, Hills Counterattack, it's a very chess match-like map. Probably the most strategic map, I would say, in the game. Because there isn't a whole lot of places to defend on this map. Now, you have Union holding on the right. They historically will hold here. You also see Union hold on the far left side. There's not a whole lot there. But Union also like to hold kind of in this corner on the edge of out of bounds. So there's not a whole lot of places for Union to defend. And the thing is this back Union line I talked about, CSA can't reach there without going out of bounds. Which means CSA can't really charge the Union. They have to sit and shoot, which that is what this map is a lot. But CSA being aggressive right away. CSA moving in very sporadically. 7th LA going in. Looks like 1st LAB. You got 3rd Kentucky positioned on this flank here. Not a whole lot of them. I mean, you got a good chunk of the Union team holding on to the left of where 3rd Kentucky's holding there on your screen, but Union's holding strong. CSA, I like that they tried to charge that, but they did not charge in together. They do have one company going off on Union left. Who do we got here? Looks like Eagles Brigade, and then 3rd USHA, which is normally on artillery, but again, no Union already.
Fire! That pushes a lot.
Did he just
reload?
I don't know if their officer got team killed or not. I have to go to replay. But 8th Connecticut looks to be pushing down this right side, which you usually see a lot of combat there, but for some reason, most of the Union team is on this side, which is not really surprising. This is the high ground side of the map. If you look at least from up here, you can see how the hill kind of dips down a little bit. And if you look over on this side as well, you can see how that hill, it kind of goes up. Point of contention's in the middle of the open field, and because there's no good place for CSA to consistently charge the Union, and there's no good place for Union to hold, what happens is a shootout, a long-range shootout happens on this map. And in most War of Rights matches, shootouts from long distances does not give the attackers enough of a ticket kill on the defending team in order to just knock the Union down to breaking and then win. Which means the attacking team generally will have to cap the point, which thankfully for them, it's in the open field, kind of in the center of the map. So you'll see that they'll probably keep this shootout for a while, especially because they failed to do a good charge over there. So we'll see this shootout for a while. And then CSA will realize that, oh crap, we don't have a lot of time, so they might move out into this field to cap, to draw the Union out from their defensive positions. And it'll allow the CSA to charge them. Because that's the issue, is there's, again, not a whole lot of places CSA can charge. So, Union is holding very strong here. Obviously, with 8th Connecticut being one of the larger CSA forces on the CSA right, they're kind of shooting at long range now, since Union appears to really pull off, maybe just staying back. Regardless, there's not a lot, so 8th Connecticut's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. I mean, you even have these guys, I don't know what regiment that is, not a huge chunk, but they're starting to shift over there too, and they're not going to get a whole lot of kills. So it's going to be very hard for CSA to overtake this spot, because you got a lot of CSA on the CSA right, which is over there. And you also got 11 guys on artillery, which is a ridiculous amount. And I guess while we have some downtime, CSA already is located basically in the spawn of CSA. You'll sometimes see them roll up guns into this open field here. Gives them a better angle of that corner, I'm pretty sure. But it looks like they're not doing that. So, I mean, do they still have, let's see here. Yeah, they still got 11 guys on the guns. And they're operating 3 guns? 11 guys for 3 guns is kind of... That's over 3 guys operating on a gun. And there could be rules that make you have 3 guys per guns. I know there's some events that are like that. But in War of Rights, I guess I could show this, is when you have 3 guys on a gun, it's going to be the most optimal. You're going to be shooting that cannon as fast as you can. But what that leads to is guys sitting around sometimes and doing nothing, which means you're wasting manpower in the moment. Like, even staring at this, you got 2 guys, 1 guy on the top there's doing nothing, 1 guy in the bottom's waiting. They're just waiting. And all that little waiting can add up to a lot of time waiting, where you could probably be used better on an infantry gun. I think the most optimal use of artillery for manpower is 2 people on the artillery. You're not going to be shooting as fast, but the 2 people operating the gun will always be doing something, which I think is the more important thing. I mean, if you look at all these infantry guys, unless they're spawning in and getting their bayonet and reload for the first time, everyone is constantly doing something over here. They are producing something for their team. So,
steady fire.
And the thing is you could argue having that 3rd man on artillery can be a very good thing, because you're getting more shots off. The thing is, though, are you hitting those shots? We haven't really seen a whole lot of Arty yet. That Arty shot was short. It's hard to shoot Arty. So, and even when Arty does hit a line, it doesn't kill a whole lot. And if it kills 6, 7 guys, they're going to all be respawning in 30, 35 seconds, because each flag spawns a dude in every 5 seconds. So, we are 8 minutes into the fighting. Both sides on half a morale stage, a very slow pace. And as mentioned earlier, CSA is going to have to slow that timer. That artillery shot hit nothing. Union usually holds there. So that might have been a good shot, but no Union there. That shot went through 1 and killed 1. But the thing is, CSA is a very slow pace. They got to stop that black timer. They got to draw the Union out. So CSA, looks like 7th LA, and Holcomb's Legion, part of Archer's Brigade, has moved out onto the point. And now if you're Union, you want to keep this black timer going. So you're going to lose tickets, but you got to keep this black timer going, which is why you have 20th Georgia moving in, and it's kind of slowing that cap.
Got you, boy.
And they are outnumbered, but they are winning. So, good win there from 20th Georgia. They were out. They're going to win that regardless, because they'll prevent CSA from capping. You even have more Union shifting over. Eagles Brigade ready and aware. So, Union's playing this well. And so if CSA wants to cap that point, you just need to keep sending more guys. You need to keep forcing Union out into positions where you can deal sufficient loss to them. And by moving guys under the point, you force Union out like this. Because regardless, Union's going to be forced out to either prevent you from capping or to retake that point. And Union's played this well so far. CSA, I think they need to do it again, but they need to send more guys next time.
No, that's not friendly. No, everybody south is enemies. Southeast, southwest, south.
Looks like some more Union has shifted over. 14th Indiana, I see a couple of those tags, but mostly 4th New Jersey here. Which, honestly, having a smaller Union force on point might not be a bad idea, just to keep that point fully capped in Union's favor. Obviously, you're going to draw yourself into the open, which will allow CSA, at least the Arty, to have some nice shots. Because that's basically the best part of the field for CSA Artie. I mean, when you see the charges on point at the end of the game, Artie will just shoot into there. It doesn't matter whose side you're on.
They're coming in hot to the walls. They're coming in hot.
Hit V, hit V.
First range, retract back into the woods when you're done with your reload.
Yeah, when Autumn gets back,
Somebody was seeing something that is not happening.
Bundy. Up and over, up and over.
up and over the fence second.
Right a hall. Left face.
So
Left face. Get your kids.
CSA is not trying to cap the point again. I'm surprised they've kind of stopped. Granted, that pace has kind of increased. They might be waiting for Union to drop to engage, because if CSA caps right now when the defending team is at battle ready, they have to hold it for 20 minutes to win. If they wait till engaged, it's 12 minutes if they cap. It looks like, never mind, they're going to go for it. Who's capping for CSA here? 14th Tennessee, they're on the edge of it right now.
Make sure you're not capping, press T. Right side is capping. Get on the...
You can hear them, they don't want to cap. I do think they should wait till engaged at this point. You're so close. More CSA starting to move down. Holcomb's Legion, they really should not cap. Some of the delays moving there as well. Union's not holding on point. Now, if Union wants, they could try to force CSA to cap before they hit engaged.
Fix bayonets, 14. Fix bayonets.
Now, Union's rushing in, at least some are. It looks like they might charge them out. They're even numbers. They don't cap. Oh.
Brace.
And the cap.
Yeah, boy.
So 20th Georgia, again, winning these charges. 14th Indiana's here. Well, the thing is, Union's playing the smart. They're rushing down to the point instantly. Now, I don't know if CSA has more tickets than Union. If CSA has a higher percentage of tickets than the Union will be able to regain those tickets, but it won't be a lot, if any at all. But I like that Union's kind of getting aggressive. And CSA is kind of responding well. It looks like they're not going to really try to defend the point, but since Union pulled off of this woods to retake it quickly, CSA is going to try to take the top of this wood line. And so I like this charge here from Archer's Brigade. 7th LA is moving into assist. 27th, Virginia is in as well.
You ain't doing nothing. Independent fire. We're in the hay. Independent fire. Independent fire.
Independent, boys.
Flag went way left. Flag went way left.
27th over here. 27th over here. 27th over here. One cup right. There's on the fence.
Take the force. Get off the fence. Get off the fence.
Not my major
Wait for
general.
them to come
Get down,
down,
Mr.
forward.
President. Hold.
It's kind of close up here. I think Union's going to be able to hold this. Yeah, they're definitely going to hold this. CSA doesn't have a flag up here. And they're starting to contest point, but look at that point. It's going back in CSA's favor by a considerable margin. Looks like the CSA right has collapsed onto that point, and 3rd Kentucky is starting to charge out Eagles Brigade and 1st Ohio.
For decoy. For decoy.
So this is well played by CSA. A lot of fighting in a lot of different places kind of confused the Union out. Remember, they don't have a Steam chat in this event, so everything has to be communicated through runners or just based on what you see in game. And CSA kind of hit 2 different areas at once. Union drew themselves down to the point to retake, which they should, and CSA responded by trying to take the top of the wood line. It failed, but what it did do is it let the CSA right collapse on the point and defeat the Union that didn't go back up to the top of the hill to hold that. So CSA is playing this well. Union is down to little tickets right now, so assuming Union does retake, they will go up to the percentage of tickets that CSA is at. Now, if Union does want to take this point, they could do a very risky maneuver. CSA is holding this pretty well, but they are split into 2 different groups. So I think you have an opportunity to defeat the Confederates in detail and maybe get a ticket lead while you're at it. It's going to be very hard to communicate, but if this CSA group holds on point, which they're kind of falling off, Union, I think, needs to sweep this group out and then push the point and take this group out and retake. However, it looks like they're pulling off, so I think Union can try to send only a few guys up to retake the point. The reason why I say this, is because if you charge down this top hill group to the point of contention to start retaking that, this CSA group is going to go up and take the top of the wood line,
Just make a line on them.
which we just saw them do. So by charging them out on the top, you defeat them with your whole team as they're spread out, and then you charge down the point and take it. But that's my logic there. But it looks like CSA's kind of pulled off, and CSA is actually sending more and more to the right side of this map, which is fascinating. I mean, oh, holy cow, this is just all 8th Connecticut. I see some in South Carolina there as well. 14th Tennessee's moving over. They're not on point. That bush there is Cap. Got one Union regiment retaking it. If Union retakes the point, this ain't terrible for CSA. Union could take this. CSA could respond and just retake after that and start that gold timer at 12 minutes, so you may be saving a few minutes. And if anything, it'd keep Union out here. The only way Union wins Hill's counterattack is by pushing the CSA, the attacking team, into last stand when they've capped the point. Because right now, CSA is considered the defending team. They are defending the point, which means they can hit the defender last stage of last stand. If Union forces them into that and then retakes the point, they automatically win. I think that's really the only way as Union you can win on Hill's counterattack. Unless CSA screws up really badly, which CSA has been playing well so far. So I don't think that's going to happen. And again, you see some arty shots. They're missing. So
I saw you vault over there.
it's not hurting CSA too badly because CSA's been playing this well, but 3rd Kentucky's moving up to hold this point. 8th Connecticut as well. You can see CSA is trying to intently hold this, and I love this decision. Kind of regardless of what CSA does, it'll be good decisions, but by keeping this point capped, Union is going to be forced to stay out here to retake the point, bringing everybody's tickets down more. I think CSA should really draw this out until both sides are close to taking losses. I think we just saw a good artillery shot in the corner. But I think CSA, you can obviously try to hold this point for 14.5 minutes, or if you don't think you can, knock both sides down to the middle, taking losses, and then let Union retake so you can knock them down the breaking and win. But we'll see what they do. I'm just speculating. See, Union, Eagles Brigade, looks like they're rushing up to assist 20th and 5th Corps guys that are on top. Union's trying to stay as far back as possible while still being on the point. Again, they're just trying to avoid ticket loss. Artillery getting close, knocking down a lot, but not killing a significant amount. The CSA on top of the hill are somewhat flanking down, getting some great shots on this Union line. That's the thing, right? Union is all clumped up in a very tiny area right now, and CSA, they are kind of... That was over, but it shot through some people, so I got a guy or two. You can see CSA is very spread out. Union's clumped up, and so all these CSA guys are shooting to a blob. They're probably going to hit their shot. Union's starting to spread out more, which is good. So CSA is holding this strong, and it's surprising just because, I mean, granted, not all of CSA is on the point, not all Union's on the point. You see more and more Unions starting to shift down. You should, in theory, expect Union to retake this point if they push their whole team with it, because CSA has 11 guys on artillery. Another good artillery shot. I mean, some Union are pulling off, but that's the thing, right? Union is having a numbers advantage. They had a numbers advantage. That artillery shot killed 5 or 6, and even though they're going to respawn in fairly quickly, you're letting your team hold that cap a little further. So, who's charging here? 3rd Kentucky guys are charging.
What? How did you dodge me? No, get back here, flag boy. Come here.
Not know who I am.
Dang it, flag. Ah, I can't get him that far. Dang it.
Back to the line, boys.
When you're out of line, you can't kill. My point. You can kill, but the event rules signify that you cannot be doing that. So, that's the thing. Unions going on to point. Some are pulling out, some are pulling in. 4th New Jersey's on the point right now.
Sorry, Dustin.
65th Illinois is pushing a little forward. But that's the thing. Some of these Union groups are pulling back. And I don't know why 4th New Jersey and 65th Illinois is up there when the rest of their team has fallen back. I mean, every CSA guy that they kill right now, while not retaking the point as a team, is making sure that Union can't go get a higher percentage of tickets. Because the beginning of this, both sides were very low on battle ready, that first morale stage, when this counterattack started. And because Union has killed a lot of CSA, Union's not going to go up to a low battle ready. They're going to go up to a low engage, probably lower. But 3rd Kentucky's charging in here again. And honestly, this would normally be very stupid. But this is smart. They're not going to win this. But what it is doing, whether they're intending to or not, actually, they might win this. Okay. That was a pretty respectable charge. CSC did better there. But the reason why I like that a lot, and I don't know if it was their intention per se, but as mentioned, right, when Union retakes this point, they're going to go up to the percentage of tickets that CSA is at. If CSA loses a lot of tickets like we just saw, Union's not going to be able to regain as many. So I think it's a great charge. It looks like more charged in, so they were able to take that. But it appears that the Union team is all organized and maybe trying to do something as a team. We'll see. They're all very close to each other though, so they could be talking, could be yapping.
Oh, Maryland's not up there anymore?
Is this Jeff guy wanting to add me?
Zach, where's Gene?
Gene. He's over here.
Where was I?
Alright.
Where's I?
We've got everybody here?
Ben, let's
Yeah,
go.
but there's a group, I think, a
Okay.
little bit to the south.
The next
southwest.
dead. Fuck.
Hey, if you can hear me, boys, we have to push through the woods, and then we have to come down on the point.
Alright, yeah, that's because
Oh, Irish.
Alright, so we're pushing through the woods.
No, but he is saying exactly what needs to happen. You can't let CSA take this right wood line because it's the most superior position on the map. So you charge the CSA out on the wood side and then push down the point, hitting CSA. Look how spread out CSA is too. If Union as a team turns the CSA's flank, they're going to be able to do a lot of damage. So we'll see if they can pull it off though. But I think it's a great plan. Union pushing up. They're getting a lot of shots off right now.
Fight the left up leg. At the tree. Independent fire.
Get your reloads behind the on the tree, boys. Behind the tree. Get your cover, boys.
Keep it up. Follow him.
And here they go.
Shredding them. Keep that shit going.
Just watch out. Big line in front, boys.
Fire in that group. Fire in the side of that group. Fire in the side of this group. I will die without it.
Keep stabbing, boys.
And not a whole lot of CSA up there. The question is, how is CSA going to respond? And the Union team, they're kind of overextending in an attempt to get that flag. They might be able to get it, but Union's starting to pull back. CSA is down to taking losses.
Union, on the point, on the point, on the point.
We gotta go to point, gotta go to point. Let's go.
Let's go, First Age!
The point! Let's go to the point!
You're so lucky I'm out of ammo, guys. You're so lucky. You're so lucky.
So, 8th Connecticut trying to hit the backside of this Union charge, but they're going in on their own, which is allowing Union to defeat the CSA in detail. Union is getting a little spread out, but when you're doing a big charge across the map like this, you kind of expect that.
Stab and go, boys. Stab and go. Stab and go, boys. Keep stabbing.
The
Keep
Union
going.
flag
Go back,
bearer
flag.
is running a little for far. It's running. Ran right into CSA lines. It was like leading the charge. So, I love the plan. It's hard to do big charges across the open. Very hard. The only part of the Union went in there as well. So.
One step back, gentlemen.
If you're still up, make sure you stab straight.
Gotcha.
Get out of here.
You're next. Now, no, you get out of here.
I'll get out of here if you get out of here. Kill them Rebs. Kill them Rebs.
Go for
fucking flag! Go for his fucking flag!
No, go for the flag! East!
Get the flags back. Get the flags back.
Yeah, flags, stay back.
Make sure this captain.
Flags, stay back.
Right again.
Form up on these hay bales, first company.
Push them. Push them. Push them.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Form up on these hay bales here.
So Union is retaking this. So if I'm CSA, I think at this point Union's basically won the point. Their main spawn is a little closer, I think, to the point of contention. So if I'm CSA, I am throwing away as many tickets as I can right now, so Union can't go up. They can't get a lot of tickets back. Also, you'd much rather have Union be at a low taking losses versus a middle taking losses. I think regardless, they're fine, but I like this charge. Is it from 8th? Yeah, 8th Connecticut. I like the charge.
Hit this way, this way, this way, this way!
There's a big unit
They
southwest.
could, TSA might be trying to hold too.
Hey, get that shot. I told you I'd get you. I get you.
Maryland, countercharge.
Hey, let's not countercharge, guys.
Pull back.
Shit!
I'm going to stick it in you. Come here. Come here. I'm going to stick it in you. Here we go. Now, here we go. There it is.
On red light.
Yeah, that was
Cavalry will
What are
fly.
you saying, Quaker? So, Union's gonna retake. CSA does get the flag out, which, when you're losing a point, losing that flag is monumental. So, it's not as big of a deal on this map, but you don't want to lose it on point when both sides are at a low taking losses. Now, Union's kind of at that iffy point for if they should try to hold on point or not. And it looks like Union's going to try to delay the inevitable. See, I don't know. At this point in the match, with both sides being at low taking losses, I mean, time's not a factor anymore. This match is going to end final push last stand or when Union's in breaking. That's how this match is going to end. If I'm Union, I need to get a ticket lead. Because at this point, time doesn't matter. CSA is just waiting for you to hit breaking, and then they're going to contest point. So if I'm Union, I got to wait for CSA to spread out. Which means if CSA plays this well and just kind of sticks near each other, they can do well. But that's asking for a big risk on Union's part to charge. But I think if they play it the normal way of just sitting back, waiting till breaking, and then hold on point and have a shootout with CSA, they're most likely going to lose that scenario.
I heard someone say, oh, you're level 20.
But obviously, it's very risky to charge CSA out, especially when the attacking team, which just happens to be CSA here, has a higher percentage of tickets, or a higher raw number of tickets.
Right down by that big tree.
Alright, load and hold 27. Load and
Let
hold.
me see if I can find the exact number.
Did you get shot earlier?
Looks first LAB is going to try to force this taking losses to happen. Hill's counterattack is an 8% ticket difference in Union favor, which is not as much as you would anticipate. That might be the lowest. Wow. That is that's tied for the lowest ticket advantage that an attacker has. Harper's Ferry Graveyard and Washington Street have similar amounts. So, CSA is on the point. They're starting to pre-cap so that once Union hits breaking, they can cap and win. And so CSA can make sure Union hits breaking. Got 14th Tennessee, 7th LA. They're charging in right now, which they need to hit Union to breaking. At points, the Union guy who's saying, "What are you doing, CSA?" They're being very smart. Now it's Union's got to get on point. Or they could wait to see if they don't hit breaking and CSA accidentally caps.
I pledge allegiance of the United States of America.
And they're going to get on point in the nick of time. I don't know. Union still hasn't hit breaking, so potentially the Union could have forced CSA to cap on a low taking losses for both sides. Which at that point you got to try to hit CSA in the last game, but that didn't happen.
Push forward!
God, Chris
love you.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
They call me the Babe Ruth over here. Shame on you for missing.
So, Union's now set themselves up on point. You got some holding the top of the hillside. CSA is a little scattered here. So, CSA, this is why I love aggression at the beginning of matches. Is because you'll see a lot of matches where the attackers will sit and shoot their opponents down for most of the match. And then what happens is because they don't deal enough ticket loss on the defending team, what happens is they don't have a lot of time on that black timer, and so then they do a bunch of panic, desperate charges, confusion happens, and then they win sometimes, but it's a lot more panicked. Whereas if you inverse it and play aggressive at the beginning by capping point, forcing engagements early on, CSA has now 26 minutes to do what they want. They can sit and shoot. They can try to charge as a team. It doesn't matter. They've got 26 minutes. So, CSA has played this very well. It's very hard to win hills as Union if CSA plays it smart, which they are. I mean, Union's got to find some way to get a ticket lead, and the longer we have this shootout, which Union has now been forced into an open field where CSA is going to get beautiful shots on them, along with their artillery. So, I mean, Union's just kind of sitting in a bowl right now, which really, they don't have any other choice. I do think they can pull off some of their guys, only keep a few on the point, but it's going to be so hard for Union to win this now. And look at, both sides have hit breaking at the relatively same time. Union is a third of the way through this stage right now, maybe even a little more. And you can see Union slowly pulling off with their guys. Just again, time doesn't matter at this point. Union needs to charge and try to get a ticket lead on the CSA, which at this point, now that they're down half a morale stage, I don't think that's going to happen anyways. I think CSA's won this game.
Alright, boys. Bail's on. Bail's on.
CSA is starting to cap, which they should. Union pulled off. What is these Union guys doing anyways?
Oh yeah, baby. We're going down that shit pitch. Obviously.
I mean, I don't know where they're going, but they're routing. They're going to the Bloody Lane. Eagles Brigade, 1st Ohio, charging.
Charge him out!
I like that they're trying to take this point. They win it alone, though. A lot crouching, which you're going to be in skirmishing out of line, which means you're going to be your team's going to lose more tickets when you die.
Fire and steel, Georgia!
20 Georgia moving in. Remember, if you're standing up by a lot of different guys, like most of these guys are, you lose 1 ticket for your team. If you're crouching by a lot of guys, you lose 3. Or if you're by 2 people. And then lastly, if you're all by yourself, you're out of line. So, I don't know why Union moved over here. It's too late. They're too far away. CSA's won the game. Union's depleted on this side of the map. They're almost on the last stand. I don't know why they moved over here, unless they were trying to charge around, but they spent a lot of time moving over here. And they're not charging still. This game's over. Can't necessarily blame them, though, because there was probably no way Union was going to win. It's still a little surprising to see that actually happen, though. So, regardless of that, I think both sides did pretty good. I think the best Union moment was them trying to organize as a team to hit CSA up in the woods and then go on point, and that worked. It's hard to pull that off, and it worked. It's not that it's hard, because it's very easy to tell a whole team to charge through, but guys can overextend, get lost. But CSA played this round exactly how you should. If the pace is too slow at start, you cap the point, force Union out, and they held that point as long as they could, bringing everybody's tickets down, and then at the end just kind of outshot them, and when Union fell off, they capped. I mean, this was textbooked Hills counterattack for CSA. But good first round. We will see you all shortly for round number 2. And here we are with round number 2, the Bloody Lane. Some like to call it the Sunken Lane, but right now, inbounds looking very good. Union, again, not having artillery. Confederates have 10 on artillery this time. So, regarding our wonderful map of Bloody Lane, used to be one of my favorite maps. As I played with IVB when I first joined War of Rights. Did that for a year and a half, and here we are now. So, generally, this used to be Union strategy, was you'd bunch up at main Union. They got the Irish Brigade on this map, 69th New York with their Springfield 42, buck and ball shotgun, basically shooting off 4 or 5 pellets instead of your normal one-shot rifle. You'd bully up your whole team on this side and just charge down here, which that's why you got a lot of CSA here. They're ready to hold them. But no, Union's going right with their whole team. And this meta has kind of risen very recently. Recency in War of Rights is the past couple of months. Union's been hitting this right side more and more and more. And I find this kind of fascinating that this CSA group has moved all the way up here, but yet these groups are still holding. Because regardless, Union is going down this right flank as a team. And CSA, because they're the defending team, you have to spread out across the width of the map because you don't know where the attackers are. So the question that's going to be asked now is, can the CSA react appropriately to the Union all hitting this right side? And Union's got to go. They can't sit around much longer. The longer they sit here, CSA is going to start realizing, and they're going to shift over here and be able to defend this position a lot better. So I don't like that Union is necessarily waiting.
And then we're going to charge across the field. All right?
Let's go.
Huzzah.
First seems to be going.
All right,
And
man.
the entire
Johnny.
This is why that left side's better, because about where those Union guys are holding, Union will hold there, and they can charge across, and CSA kind of can't see them. That's the advantage Union has, but I guess CSA saw some of those Union flags or their guys moving, so CSA reinforcements on the right and kind of hit this left side. CSA starting to converge in one team here. Union trying to turn the flank of CSA, which I always love to see. And here we go.
Skinny, I thought this was a fight. Why are you running?
Get through the gap. Charge through the gap. Charge through the gap. We're not. EV, charge through the gap. Go.
Brace.
Watch PKs, watch PKs.
Watch your hand right when you jumped over.
Kill him second. Hold on.
CSA trying to go in the flank. 3rd Kentucky doing that right now.
Prepare to receive a charge.
Pass it down.
And who's that? 1st Ohio, 20th Georgia going to hit that and wipe them. So, great start here from Union. They have a foothold on the lane, which is really what you need to do as Union. Looks like Union skirmishers over there have taken that corner. Not that that means much, but good start for Union. You can already see that reflected in the ticket amount right now as the trench warfare style gameplay begins. So, Confederate artillery is located up on the hill. This is the Piper Farm map. And they're off to the right. Again, they're kind of shooting blind. They're fighting around the sunken lane. You can't see that as artillery due to the terrain height difference.
Come on, second. Keep it up. Keep it up as much as you can, gentlemen. Keep it up.
So, I'm pretty sure CSA has buck and ball as well. I don't necessarily know off the top of my head. I have to look at a Google Doc. Yeah, every time I do these broadcasts, I'm like, I don't know if this side is buck and ball. Maybe I should get a little sheet up that shows if they have buck and ball or not.
See the flags up there, boys.
So 14th Tennessee trying to do what 3rd Kentucky did a little earlier.
That's it. Yeah! Have them in. Hey, not a line. Get on the fence. Let's go. Peeks in.
No, he's telling it's meat cutter.
You're using this as concealment a bit. Come on. The whole point. Light them up, though. Light them up, boys. Light them up. Use the buck and ball.
both sides are clumped up. It's going to be a lot more obvious where Union is compared to CSA, just because CSA does have that corn, kind of a smoke shield as well. But it does look like CSA is starting to get a little bit of an advantage here with the shootout. And because of that, 8th Connecticut has started to push up as Union shifts left. Union should start shifting down to the center of this lane and maybe take that corner. CSA is bucket ball. You're the guy chanting bucket ball. Tickets have kind of closened up a little bit as well.
Easy, short.
That Union flag bearer just died running straight to the CSA guys. So CSA spreading themselves out more. CSA shots have been fairly good so far.
Right here, take aim.
That is, you're kind of seeing a disadvantage with Union pushing up on this side. As CSA has, obviously they've shot them down, but you can see 8th Connecticut and more starting to turn the flank of Union here. I think it's a little harder to do that on the other side from the CSA perspective, but here they go. Most important thing for Union is getting those flags out. And it looks like they're going to be able to. So, in the end, it looks like CSA might be slightly ahead on tickets. And they're going to keep charging this out. At least one company is. One regiment, 8th Connecticut.
Brace together, boys. Brace together. Come over,
You get your head over here.
I bet you won't force him, though. I bet you won't.
More CSA. You got 2 flags rolling up. Half the CSA team roughly here.
Thank you for telling me pretty.
Pointless, guys. Second, fall back.
So one of those Union flags is running back to main spawns. You can barely see it on the top left side of your screen. Irish flag. And Union's going to slowly start winning this.
Right here, boys. Independent fire.
Oh, maybe not.
Independent fire, right oblique, right oblique. Oh, get that fucking Yankee flag. Get that Yankee flag.
I need someone.
I mean, that's things. It's the longer CSA sits here, the more likely it is Union's going to win and wipe
Here,
them.
let me get these flags real quick. We appreciate that.
Flags out of here.
Let me get that flag. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Get out of there.
Flags up, flags up.
About face, get out of here. We're moving east, southeast, southeast.
So they will throw them out of the position. You got some more CSA. That's the thing, right? Union was very weak from trying to retreat from that corner. They barely had any guys, and so CSA just kept applying the pressure. And even though Union was getting respawns in quickly, remember a flag gets a guy in every 5 seconds. They had 3 of them there, 3 guys every 5 seconds. But because they kept that pressure on, Union could never really fully recover. And that has resulted in now CSA being ahead by tickets. Not a significant margin, but it is some margin. So CSA has returned to their original defensive positions. We'll see where Union attacks again. Wouldn't surprise me if they hit that right side, but I will say, regarding this side, CSA can obviously shoot Union from this side, and they also get on the flank here. I think it's a little harder to effectively get that flank, though. You can't flank from this side, it's on out of bounds. For spectators have a similar out of bounds to players, which I find very frustrating, but it is what it is. So, still a good start for Union, though. Just because they're down on tickets doesn't really mean much. Generally, it's a little worrisome for the attackers if it's like half a morale stage or more. Then it starts to get a little concerning. But CSA down to engage now. And Union is reformed, ready to go again. Union is... What is CSA is? Got a lot of moving parts right now. That's...
Keep going.
I mean, Union's holding in that middle part. The thing is, can we... Let's see. You could see from decoys, I think they're holding on the right side. I don't know. Where are they holding? Center? Yeah, they're holding center. I mean, you can... you can kind of see the flags from his view. You could see them barely waving in the distance, and with the officers having their binos, they're going to be able to see where Union goes. So I think Union should try to hold the flags a little further back and then shift. You got some CSA guys up front.
I think I was eating or something because my dad came.
I don't know why 27 DA is going here.
Alright, well, at the spin walls.
I don't get that. You know the Union team's got to be reformed. Why would you charge in there and get a couple of out of lines? And while that individual incident is not a big deal, when you add up a lot of different individual out of lines, it impacts you greatly. And so I think you just got to watch out for that. Eagles Brigade shifting left here. And I think Union's making a mistake. CSA, you can barely see the flags, but you can see them. They're shifting to the right. You can see the flags moving. And although CSA was kind of positioned here, you see where some 3rd Kentucky guys are shifting over. That shot went over. A little over. It's just, now it's a question of the CSA over here going to realize what's up and try to collapse on this. You do have some Union skirmishers on the right side. They're quote-unquote distracting a lot. I don't know if they are.
As long as I got someone to my right, I'm good.
I'm getting some.
Maryland, let's get on this line, boys. Maryland, let's go.
Behind, second. Over this way, over this way. Let's go.
Second company.
This way, right here, gentlemen, right here. Yep, let's do a line. Left and right.
Let's go. Charge skinny.
Get this skinny.
Wow. That is a great arty shot. A rarity on this map. It might not have killed a significant amount, but it knocked down a lot. It kind of separated the beginning of this charge.
Stop, gentlemen. We got to get up to this.
You have some CSA in the field trying to get a flank around the side.
Oh, man.
Some Union are shifting to deal with them. Another good shot from CSA Arty.
Make sure you have bucking bomb. Make sure you have bucking ball loaded.
Wow, you got CSA rolling up on that flanking spot that I mentioned earlier, 3rd Kentucky, and I see I think it's 1st LAB's going there as well, and the Union's getting torn up. Looks like the CSA and CSA left went for the flank, which it looks like 3rd Usha defeated them. But 3rd Kentucky is going to finish them off.
Y'all should have joined your main charge. Y'all should have joined that main charge and thing assist.
Yeah, you can't hear us anyway. Well, good job.
But a good hold from CSA, you know, artillery did a really good job there. It killed a decent chunk of that beginning wave. It was timed together, and it knocked down a lot, and that really shook up the beginning of that wave. The thing that you'll notice, though, is even though Union lost pretty badly, if you look at the tickets, Union's still in a very good position. Both sides are at a similar ticket percentage, and frankly, that's all you could ask for. So, looking at this again, that imbalance is now 7 in CSA's favor, but they got 10 artillery, so it's an infantry imbalance of 3 roughly. But they got 10 guys operating. They got 2 guns. There's more guns being operated, right? Okay, 4. Okay. A little over 2 guys per gun, which is not bad. So, great hold from CSA. In terms of tickets, they might be ahead by a little bit, but this is an interesting move.
Yeah, get your game faces on, boys. We're getting after it. Let's go.
I think they did. Right here! Give this son of bitches! Yeah!
go. Shoot him, boys. Shoot him. Hold here. Shoot. Hold. Pull back. Pull back, retards. What are you fucking doing? Let's go. We're not bringing the main, retards. Come on. What the fuck?
Somebody stay with me.
Get a couple shots and move back.
Boys.
Couple shots and move back. We're not charging them in. We're just trying to clean up.
Yeah, no, they got it. Kind of worried me a little bit. You overextend, Union's getting great shots on you. Again, CSA has a tiny ticket lead at this point, and CSA on this map, and really any map, as defender, you need to be roughly a half a morale stage ahead once you get the final push and last stand in order to have a chance at winning.
He was fucking crazy, dude. I told you he was fucking crazy.
God damn.
Hey, those are our fucking.
Obviously, it depends on the circumstances
Right,
when
those
you
are
got
our
to get to
trees.
that
Okay,
final
let's
push
go.
last stand,
Right here on
but
this west side, boys.
Strong southern tree.
as a general rule of thumb, I say half a morale stage.
Flag east.
I think you can make Nicodemus Hill and partially this map as an exception.
Don't get any further.
So you got Eagles Brigade. They're shifting to the right side.
Comms.
But maybe Union's going to go to that right side again because they had more success in holding that spot. You have some Union. It looks like one company might be staying up here on this left side to engage 20th Georgia and 4th New Jersey. So more CSA shifting, but you might have these guys sitting and shooting to distract them while Union goes right. I don't get why Eagles Brigade is going so far forward, though. You're going to draw the CSA team over here. You're not going to win, and the rest of the Union team is most likely going to get wiped trying to get over to where you're holding. We'll see, though. I don't know where that Union group is going. I can only be assuming.
Keep fire, boys. Keep fire.
I mean, some CSA from the center being drawn over here right now. Who do we got? Looks like Archers Brigade, 8th Connecticut, and more 8th Connecticut. So, bold strategy, but it's going to be hard to communicate. As Union pulls in on this left side of your screen anyways, CSA left. 4th New Jersey, they should charge on this side, not bring their flag in, but they should charge so that these guys stay over here while their friendlies move in and wipe a group of CSA team. Here comes the Union team, though. They are chugging across that field right now.
Push to that front side of the fence. What's this guy? What is he doing?
Keep that random red.
Following me. Keep following me.
Maryland, we're going southwest west. Keep going.
Kill them with love. Kill them with love and compassion.
Get separated.
Don't overextend. Spread it out. Secure a position.
I do love you, Jimmy.
Union trying to turn the flank of CSA. CSA trying to prevent that from happening. And the CSA on that right side, most are staying distracted. Union should charge this out.
Independent fire, dude. Independent.
Obviously, they don't know that they could sweep through the CSA there. You got more CSA moving to reinforce, but they really shot down a lot. So, tickets are close. 7th LA is rolling up to reinforce. 3rd Kentucky is moving along the side as well.
Up and over.
Up and over.
Hug this fence line and independent.
So we'll see how this works for Union. Union holding a little further right than what you saw earlier in the match.
Oh, jeez. That might be. That might be.
More CSA shifting over 14th Tennessee. That's the thing. CSA is going to be shifting more and more and more guys over there as they realize that there's nothing too crazy on this front. This right side, the CSA right. Tickets almost look like they're in Union's favor by a hair. Some CSA. Going for that mega flank.
Take a knee, take a knee, take a knee. Every time we crouch down to reload, I need somebody to be the one looking toward north. Everybody take aim, take aim, take aim.
To the right, to the right, to the
Let's go,
right.
boys! Cut these cut out! Cut these cut out!
Brace, 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 brace.
Kill all these back!
No, reload! We can go!
Hit D, boys. Keep going, boys.
Some of them trying to keep going, but that's gonna be the last seconds. That was a good shot from CSA already. And Union's forced CSA down to taking losses. Some of the Union looks like they've gone up and over. The third Usher guy is playing a little aggressive here. I don't know if they got the buck and ball or not. They do. So CSA has kind of split themselves up. Looks like they're trying to get around, but third Usher's kind of catching them off guard. They might lose their team a few tickets, but Union really needs to charge out one of these groups. It looks like they are. This is so smart. Both sides are taking losses. Some Union stayed back, staying with the flags, probably respawns. Union's one on this front. Union up by a lot of tickets now. Third Usher hitting the backside. Union now charging the rest of the CSA. What a good play from Union. You get what CSA was trying to do by encircling, but Union responded accordingly, and CSA is paying the price.
Independent fire off the fence.
Kill those traitors.
Independent fire off the fence. Shoot him down.
Like an onion in an infomercial.
Is the flag supposed to be here?
Independent fire. Shoot him down, boys. Shoot him down.
Yes.
First Maryland's on point.
Fire,
Primarily
boys.
cap.
Bayonets on. Bayonets on. Let's go.
So-
Bayonetos on. Bayonetos on.
We got Rich here. He's going over into that CSA fence line here. They got a couple of Rambos,
Up and
but
over second. Tactical Cobbs. Keep following me. Wait, what are we doing? Are we to the corn? Second, hold. Hold back here. Hold back here.
I mean, Rich is just trying to find some tickets here. Union should not cap at this point.
Maryland, I lost you guys.
I don't know why these guys are on point. Why are they capping? You got 20 minutes to knock the CSA down, a little over a half a morale stage, and you will win the game. By capping, you're going to give the CSA a chance to regain tickets. Which, when you're up by half a morale stage, it's more like a third of a morale stage. This late into the game, I don't think that's a good idea. But the thing is if Union holds for 7 minutes, they'll win. Maybe they think they can do that. But, I don't know, Union has dominated most of this match, and they're really dominating right now. So I don't think they need to cap. You control the field. Why would you cap and give the CSA a chance to regain tickets and make the match even again?
Hey!
Where's that teller?
Thanks for the flag kill! Hey, you're right.
Hey, pick your...
I don't know. Anyways, they're going to cap. Union's still probably going to win the game. I think it's unnecessary, but you just I mean, what if Union tries to hold this contently? Both sides can get down to breaking, and if CSA plays it smart, they could wipe Union flags, wipe Union completely, hold that point, maybe get a ticket lead, and with Union not having their flags, Union will be running across a wide open field in final push. So I think it's a little risky to cap. I don't think it's necessary, but we'll see how it plays out. CSA is a little scattered right now. Union does have their flags, which is the important thing. I don't know why that group is so not with the rest of their team, unless they're a scouting force. But CSA, they have a great shot to do what Union does a lot on this map, and it looks like they're going to start moving down. Some in the center of the road, obviously some in the corn, and some on the right side here. Just going to slam, and that's the thing. This Union group that's up, they gotta retreat. Eagles Brigade.
Alright. Hold here, boys.
Over here. Over here.
So some CSA starting to charge in there.
Push him down his fence. Push him down his fence. Let's go. Push him, boys. Push him.
And CSA is now turning the flank. Union's top priority right now is to not lose any of those flags. And CSA is starting to retake here. Union should retreat right now. They're getting destroyed.
Yep.
Run away. Run away.
Alright, get up and get into these guys. We gotta help them. Let's counter. Charge into them. Let's go.
Hold these flags. Hold these flags. Hold these flags. Regroup those flags. Get those flags in line. Where you going? Get that flag in line.
Jeez. It's like I envisioned this a few minutes ago. That flag just yeeted itself. CSA is a breaking. They will be in breaking now that Union's dropped to that. But Union has lost all 4 flags. Actually, they've lost 3. I guess they have the 69th flag. But
Move it down here.
CSA will regain some tickets. If I'm Union, you got 19 minutes. Plenty of time. You need to sit back and wait. Those flags have a despawn timer on it of 5 minutes. Oh, I guess, yeah, no. So, if someone goes to, I don't know, pick up that flag, that 5-minute despawn timer is going to restart. There's no way he makes it out.
Shoot that man. Shoot that man.
And that's the risk of it, because what? It was 45 seconds to a minute through its despawn, but now it has to wait another 5 minutes to despawn. So, Union, I think they could shoot out. If they want, they could sit here and shoot for 5 minutes. Those flags will despawn. Someone will spawn on with them, and then they can go in. Or they can try to bonsai charge across the field to get the flags. Now, the safer and frankly, I think the smarter option would be to sit back, but we'll see what happens here. As long as Union doesn't lose their 4th flag, yeah, that would be bad. But CSA will be on point. Union has no arty to shell them, but...
Second company, stay put.
Why are you staying put with 5 guys?
I got it.
Why? There's 4 guys. 3, 2, 1. So, come on, Dustin. Oh. Why would you stay there with 5 guys and just let that flag go? Union's lost all 4 flags. Anyways, so Union's gathering up in the center. We'll see what they do. Maybe we can hear something.
Oh, we're looking nice, boys. The rest of the lineup.
65th, line up here, I guess.
I mean, in my opinion, wait for the flags to respawn and then go in. CSA's counter-charging, taking ground, which they should. Yeah, I don't know if they realize they wiped all Union's flags, but that group obviously didn't have a flag, so...
Yeah, bitch. Do the shit, man. Yeah, Kevin, but we don't need it.
Can we get Southwest, scoot back. Southwest, scoot back. Southwest, scoot back. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You love the idea of me.
Fuck you.
All right.
Banter. Union is down on tickets, too. Look at that. Alright, so Union is sitting back and just kind of having a shootout for now, which, frankly, we're probably going to see that until the 12-minute mark. 11-minute mark, maybe.
We got this.
How dare you go against Rob?
Huzzah.
Oh, yeah.
So you could probably skip forward a few minutes if you want. So that's what I should do. You know, a while ago when we, for a brief stint, I posted the videos, the condensed version of matches. So like right now, this is fluff right now in a battle. It's just kind of sitting around. I would edit and cut all the fluff out, so you just get the condensed important matches, important moments of the round. With the recording schedule that I have right now, it's too much for me to record all the broadcasts and then edit them down condensed like that, which is why we don't do it anymore. But it's just me mentioning that reminded me of that. But looks like Union's just going to go straight in. This is very risky. They're down a fourth of a stage. You don't want to fall down a significant amount more. CSA mostly is over here. Union's got one of the flags. Union's making it. Oh my. Now, what is going on? Why is Union actually doing decent here? This is not expected. They got all their flags back, too. CSA is trying to flank in the open field. Union on top need to turn and face that. You got another Union company that's not even engaged yet in the fight. Point going in Union's favor. Union's bunching up hard in the center, but CSA collapsing down right now. Union shifting a little further right. Tickets are actually pretty even.
Let us thank you, dude. Chill out.
I am the Union.
Irish, is this you? Is this you? I got you.
All Union's in. You got CSA trickling up now, trying to hold. Again, get the flags out.
Get the flags up and run.
Yeah, you heard Ronald.
Yeah, you better run, Yank.
Push him, push him, push him. Too long, Yankees. Too long, Yankees.
So at least Union's got 2 of those flags out right now. We might have 3. I only see 1 down flag marker. Now they got... Okay, so they have 3 of the flags out. It's very good. Tickets-wise are very close. CSA's got to be cautious hitting last stand. But I do think if I'm CSA, I kind of like this counter charge. You got to get Union down the final push, because if Union reforms, Union's going to be able to push into you and hit you with final push last stand at the same time. While Union's weak in reforming, I think CSA, as they're mostly reformed, they got to go and hit Union, which you kind of see they're starting to do. You also have third Usher over here, highly risky for Union.
I don't need a bayonet. I'm gonna beat your ass with my rifle. Yeah,
You'd much rather knock Union to final push now while they're still kind of reorganizing, instead of knocking them to final push when they are organized as a team and about to hit your line as they're charging in. So I do think CSA needs to push up. Obviously, I know they want to kill time. Time is not a factor anymore. Union will have final push, and that black timer is going to drop to whatever it will be when Union hits final push. But you can understand why CSA is sitting back. You can understand. I don't think it makes any sense. It's just kind of how the game is played, and you can't really blame. But you got to hit Union in the final push, and you got to hit them now while they're still organizing. CSA can get up to the edge of their lines and just volley into them point blank. But they're going to sit back, and now, instead of that, it's going to be a question of can they hold the point. It's most certainly possible. It's going to be very hard, but it's possible for them to do.
Hey, Freddie,
fucking Creed!
Creed is time accurate.
CSA shifting around again. Trying to get set up.
There's that rack northeast.
Readjust second. Behind me. Right
here. Readjust the line. All right, second at the double quick. Forward. March. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Bayonets down.
Half the Union. Okay, most Union's going. They're going very spread out, though. A lot of these shots, they're somewhat hitting. A lot of the middle chunk of Union guys are getting hit.
We're spinning up their numbers.
Embrace.
He's got a little over 3 minutes now. They gotta hit CSA in the last stand. And there they go. Union's, as long as Union can kind of hold their ground here, they're going to be able to win this game. CSA needs to wipe those flags and get them out. I don't know if it's going to matter. Union's got plenty of time. I mean, CSA's got plenty of guys. You got more Union reinforcements moving down the hill right now.
How are you going to tell me to run and then not run?
Union is starting to take that point. I think. I don't know.
You need to get on point.
They're capping, boys. They're capping.
Stepping over here in a minute, boys.
I didn't mean to pick up this flag.
Yeah, I really did.
CSA trying to flank, only about 6 of them there, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let him shoot back.
Do this with me.
Shooting, boys. We've almost got the advantage.
I think they're on the point.
We got up and over now. We can't lose point now.
Oh, we're taking point back. We're taking
it
point back.
back. We're taking it back. We're taking it back.
Push boy! Push boy! Let's go, boys! Let's go, Louisiana! Let's go! Free college!
A lot of let's goes. They're kind of hesitant, though. They're still holding with 1.5 minutes left on this clock. I don't know. CSA. Union's taking their sweet time here, and now they're going to charge.
Go right, go right. Tell them not to come.
Oh my God, there's rebels right here.
Shoot him, dude! Fall in here! Shoot him,
Kill him, second.
Capping.
Union should have numbers advantage overall.
Get these flags up. Anyone who's alive, get these flags up.
Flags moving.
1 minute left. How is CSA still holding this point? Come on, Union.
Get off point, rebels! I want to win.
This is actually abysmal if CSA pulls this out.
Oh, yeah?
Keep blasting them.
I don't know how.
We're doing good.
It should not be this close for Union, having been on the point with all 4 flags at that 3 minute mark. They're going to pull it out because they're going to have the numbers advantage. Wow. This was way too close for comfort for Union. But regardless of that, and again, maybe if CSA tried to charge out and hit Union in the final push, could be the case. Union needs to have more bodies on point when that clock hits 0 and they'll force an overtime, which they're going to because that point's going in their favor.
Okay, I saw like 5.
So, Union played this a little too close for comfort.
Capturing second.
Guys, come right. Be on point. Come right. Get on point. Get on point. Get on point.
Go right, quickly, go right.
Charge right.
Charge right.
Counter charge right.
Hit team.
Charge right, boys, charge right. Keep killing.
Kill all these traitors!
I don't know the last time I've seen an overtime.
Spawn! I'm going to take your spawn! Fuck you!
But, I mean, overall, again, I think both sides played pretty well. I think Union was playing this a little too close for comfort. They definitely could have played a little more conservative, but obviously I don't mind them charging. Obviously that's a little more entertaining to watch than just sitting back. But they won in the end, and frankly, it is a win. I mean, CSA overall reacted very good to Union's movements.
That's a win right there.
So, I think they should have just charged out to try to hit Union into final push sooner while they were reorganizing. I like that some of their guys were doing it. I wish the whole team was doing it, though. It's still very much a risk, but I think you're more likely to win doing that than sitting back like they did. Union took way too long, though, at the end. I'm like, when that 3 minutes hit, when final push was hit, it's like, okay, Union's got most of their team down here on the point. They got a good shot at this. And then it almost looked like CSA was going to take it. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this broadcast. Thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, we have our Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and merch. We just made an Instagram and Twitter as well, or I guess X. We will notify you of our videos on those platforms. But besides that, I appreciate you all tuning in. It means a lot. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and we will see you in the next one.